to stand watch at the gates and defend against any horror fate doth send forth to overwhelm. With shield, sword, bow, and helm, I pledge my life to this world, and rise a warden of the realm. That is the pledge that all Realm Wardens make as they enter into this ancient order, and you can find the core tenets of the faction within those words. As I said in my recent video about the factions of the world of Asléa, the setting for our game Fantasy Feast, the Realm Wardens are the faction we are going to focus on here at the beginning. With our first adventures, we are going to eventually compile them into a series called the Realm Warden Saga. The Realm Wardens are a secretive group, and yet they may be the most important group of people in all of Asléa, because without them, there's a good chance that this world would have fallen many times to nefarious outside sources. Their origins are shrouded in mystery because they are an ancient order. Yet since their inception, it seems like they've been focused primarily on keeping their eyes on and keeping out beings and entities from anywhere outside of the prime material plane. This includes, of course, things like aberrations and devils and demons and great old ones and things like that. But it also, because they believe that the prime material plane is a unique and important place and something worth protecting, they also oppose good outside beings like celestials and those from the upper planes. In order to protect this realm, they have set watchful eyes across all of Asléa at the most magical points, and this is where ley lines cross. And this is where the veil between worlds is most thin and the weave is most concentrated. And so they have people watching over these, and in case there's any breach or anything like that, they can be there and get started to protect right away from any outside forces. And they do this by having a set structure for the Realm Wardens. Now, all Realm Wardens begin as one of two things. The first is investigators, and investigators do exactly what their name implies. Whenever there's a rumor of something weird or nefarious going on, they go out and they check and see what it is. And now it may be nothing. It could be just something odd, and they'll send the right people there. But it also might be a breach, it might be a rift opening, and if it is, that's when they call in the next group of people, and that is the hunters. Hunters are on the same level as investigators, but they have a very different set of skills, and that set of skills is killing things. They are there to destroy any imminent threats that actually come through into this world. And they are very, very good at what they do. They are the frontline defense for the Realm Wardens, and they and investigators are usually found underneath a third level, which are the guardians or keepers. Guardians or keepers, whichever they may choose to call themselves, typically are in areas where there are powerful magical beacons that could be used as a portal into this realm. They typically aren't going to be where the ley lines cross, because that is kept for the level above them, but they are the ones watching for anything going on, and they're going to ring the alarm bell. They're going to call in the investigators are going to do what they do, and then the hunters will come in and do what they do. However, sometimes, if there are no realm wardens in the general vicinity, the Guardians will actually call on adventuring parties to come and help with the task at hand until some Realm Wardens can show up and do what they do. The next level up are Marshals, and Marshals are basically specialized Guardians, and they are the ones who are going to watch over those areas where ley lines are crossing, because those thin areas are where maybe a major threat could come straight through, and they need someone who's more formidable to be able to put a stop to it at the outset. And that is what a marshal would be. The lower levels are all going to look up to the marshals. They will come to them and for any orders, and they will be deferential to them. There are typically on any given continent there would be about a dozen or so marshals scattered around, watching those areas where the more powerful threats might come through, and they are going to make sure and protect these areas. That is their job, and that is why they are there. Now, there is one more specialized group who aren't really out there in the field like these people. They're working more so towards societal change, and that is the emissaries. Emissaries are the front facing members of the Realm Wardens who are going to be working with local governments and people in the upper echelons of society to make societal and systemic changes in order to protect this plane from any outer planes. And they do this because they believe that they need to create a society that is more community focused and that recognizes that the most dangerous enemy to any society are the outsiders who would come here and change life completely for everyone. And so they want to make sure and make changes that bring community together and to make people understand that they need to work together to keep each other safe and to keep a harmony and balance in the world uh, by focusing on fighting those outside forces. So they are much more specialized than the other ones, but they are in the upper areas. They're like marshals, but there is one group that is more powerful than all of them, and that is the Council of Seven. The leaders of the Realm Wardens are the Council of Seven, and there are seven of them because there are seven continents in Asléa, one for each continent, and their entire identity and everything is kept a complete mystery, even to the marshals and emissaries, because they're so important that if anyone knew who they were, it could be a very dangerous thing. And they are so important because they are incredibly powerful. Yes, they're the most powerful members of the Realm Wardens, but they also might be the most powerful beings in all of the prime material plane, and they are the final line of defense if there was some sort of dangerous imminent threat to this world. They would be the only ones who could truly step forward, make a change, and stop the destruction of this plane. So they must be kept hidden, and they must keep doing the things that they're doing. Um, so, yeah, that is the Realm Wardens. If you want to learn more about them, you should come join us at one of our Fantasy Feast events live here in Indianapolis. Or you can go over to our YouTube, Meadowlark Games, where we are doing deeper dives on everything with this game. And we're also going to be doing videos over there where Eric and I show the world building. We will do behind the scenes things where we do world building sessions, which will be great for DMs who want to create their own world. That is our goal, is to help people learn the process behind this all. And yeah, and eventually you'll be able to get all this great fun stuff that we've been coming up with for over the past year in that book, The Realm Warden Saga. But that's down the road. So until then, follow us here, follow us on YouTube, and just watch out for live events. And as always, remember to be a light in dark places.